Will.
Bleh!
Oh man, Drac, you got blood all over me.
Well, now you're bloodstained. Bleh!
And we're the Brobits.
Caleb, what is this?
What
is this?
Welcome back to Broken Glass.
505 Games?
505 in our play. Red.
Way Forward.
I do recognize Way Forward from the
recognize
SpongeBob
Cryware.
games. Cryware.
Unreal Engine.
I do recognize that. So welcome to the one, the only SpongeBob Battle for Big Bikini Bottom remastered. Oh no, Bloodstained.
Also known as Bloodstained.
Ritual of the Night.
Actually, this isn't the first Bloodstained game. This is the official one that everyone donated for, but we actually got another game prior to this in the 8-bit style called Bloodstained Ritual of the Moon.
Oh, really?
It's a very good game, too. I'd suggest it if you're a fan of the classic Castlevania.
Neat.
Anyways, yeah, I've already beaten this game.
It's a spiritual...
thoroughly.
Okay. It's a spiritual successor to the Castlevania games.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying Symphony of the Night?
It's closer to, like, Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow. If you guys have no idea what that is,
then you're normal.
yeah, you probably don't spend a lot of time playing these kinds of games, honestly, because they were very niche.
Yeah.
But they're a lot of fun. They're some of my personal favorite game series of all time. And this carries over that spirit very well. Like, better than Yooka-Laylee did for Banjo-Kazooie, in my opinion. I feel like Yooka-Laylee should have just been its own thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of the elements that remind me a little bit of Banjo-Kazooie, but compared to how much this reminds me of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow,
yeah,
there's really no comparison.
So,
I convinced Caleb to allow me to do a New Game Plus.
Yes, because will be your third time playing the game.
Yes.
Cool. He's just showed me like him beating the final boss for the second time.
This is going to be a raffle stomp in the first 3 or 4 bosses, but I just want to show you guys as much of the game as possible without grinding it out.
It reminds me of how we went about Mega Man, because the first few Robot Masters you had already played, so you kind of like knew what you were doing. You just kind of flew through those, you know.
Oh, but then I kind of got held up a bit.
And then it reached the point where
I wasn't bad. I was just like,
no.
It's like,
just
you haven't played this yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've beaten this game.
Yeah.
Quite thoroughly. I've also beaten Candace of Hyrule more recently.
That would be like if someone handed me Crash Bandicoot 2 and they're like, beat it. And I'm like, well, yeah. It's like, yeah.
Just beat it.
I've played a few levels of it, but then I reach a point where it would grind to a halt because I haven't beaten it like I've been like warped. But then someone hands me Twin Sanity. I've beaten that game like 3-4 times. So of course I'm going to know where everything is.
By the way, this kind of game is the one I play in my free time.
Nice.
So, like, I bought this for me.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this might make a good series if I beat it, and then we could do a New Game Plus.
This is part of our extended series of Please the Nerd. The series where we play Williams games.
That is true.
And we please the nerd. You come up with a better title.
I feel like I need to summarize this cutscene, because it's just a bunch of stills and red text, and we gotta talk over it, otherwise we risk getting copyright struck.
Yo.
So, like, basically the alchemists made beings to harness the powers of demons in order to fight the demons off.
Ah, yes. Like diamond cuts diamond kind of mentality there.
Basically.
Yeah.
And that was the idea, is that, well, we need people to stop the bad by harnessing the bad.
Yeah.
So we make the bad as bad or worse, but we make sure that they work for us.
Right.
And that's the basis of our main character, Miriam.
Gotcha.
She's a good character. She's a good girl.
She's a good girl.
I think I have all the best equipment in the game for her, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I've got the best craftable equipment. I've got some of the found equipment, too, like in Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of this kind of stuff going on. It was...
So, she didn't even go through the rite?
No, it was like her mother, I think, that went through it, but she was born with the ability to harness it.
Oh.
Which gave her sort of like that natural edge. This is very Castlevania story style already.
Right.
Like, the original Castlevania is not so complex, but like, I would argue that the later Castlevanias rival Final Fantasy in complexity. Just because it's difficult to keep a semi-connected timeline.
Yeah.
Because certain Castlevanias happen like in the mid, 6th, 7th century.
Right.
And then some happen in 2055.
Yeah.
Or 2230 something. I'm not joking though.
As
they all
Simon
happen in the
Belmont
same continuum, but they are in different times.
As Simon Belmont the 17th pulls out his laser whip.
You know, you joke about that.
You know what's funny? I just played that game recently.
I think it would be Julius Belmont. Actually, the whip itself is carried throughout generations.
Yes.
And how that chain never rusts is like a testament to God's power in this series.
Yeah.
Because like this game is very much a Deus Vult with a whip.
Real quick. Johannes, are you certain it was? Boy! Shut up, Hannes. Okay. Sorry. How'd they get that?
He's not a werewolf.
How'd they get that? Yeah, no, he's not.
He's an alchemist.
Ah, yes.
He's used to transmuting.
Transmuting? I thought that was illegal in 7 states.
Is it?
I don't. It's transmuting. It's illegal in reality. like I
is
don't know
true.
what you want from me.
Technically, transmogrification would be the closest thing, and even that's kind of like pushing it.
True.
Though, if you want to be technical, yes, you can convert uranium into argon and krypton,
Yeah.
but typically that involves a lot of death.
Okay.
Gotta be honest.
All right.
If anyone knows that reference,
I don't.
it's the atom bomb.
Ah,
Let it go, Joe.
nice. Way to
That's
way
how
to reference the atom bomb. Keeping us relevant. I like it. Believe me, I hate to tell you this. The atom bomb was released a long time ago.
Yeah, but that's the only true alchemy in this world, is
Yeah.
that you can convert elements into other elements
Yeah.
by killing a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, I hate it, but you're right. You're right.
I'm the only
But
one who
that's like the Weird Al show, which was very much a TV show, by the way, starring Weird Al. Just him being as goofy as he wanted to be. One of the first episodes referenced the Hindenburg, and I remember thinking, too soon. And I was like, wait,
Right.
can it be too soon? Literally it was black and white. Like,
Yeah, well, it's just it's a Zeppelin.
what is this? What are we? What is this?
You're right.
Oh, yes. So we are playing New Game Plus. As a reminder, William has all of his previous equipment that he had, including
money.
his little familiar.
Yep.
I
the
had
Silver
your
Knight.
money? That's hilarious.
Yep, this guy is called the Silver Knight.
You did.
Oh yeah, that's actually man, I should turn the cutscenes back on for that. I turned that off because it slows the game down. Like a
Cutscenes?
lot. There's scenes that play out where the crystal comes up and like stabs her in the chest.
Oh.
And like it looks painful.
Oh, that's so cool, though.
But yeah, and that's how she absorbs the powers, by getting impaled.
Gotta say, I love
Yes! Oh, the rush ability is still kept.
I love the aesthetics.
It's very dark on this screen, but it looks so much better on the capture if you look at it.
Yeah, that's good.
So the things you don't keep: your high jump, your double jump, your like warp ability.
Oh, like, so
So like
abilities to get you around,
yeah,
basically.
in the blood steel, like because that unlocks an area of the game. So anything that's
I can understand that.
we'll use shuriken. Why not?
Basically, anything... It would be like...
Oh yeah, there was my passives, by the way. This is how much time I've had in this game.
It would be like if, for some reason, you had... If Super Mario Sunshine, terrible example, but if Super Mario Sunshine had, like, the ability to make Mario jump higher, run faster, you got to keep that in a new game, but you didn't get to keep...
Oh, you would sequence break so much.
Yeah, for real. But you wouldn't get to keep the flood attachments, you'd have to re-unlock those.
Well, it's funny because, like, there's another character coming to this game named Zangetsu, and he's an NPC throughout this portion of the game.
Uh-huh.
He's actually the playable character in the 8-bit version, which is, a lot of those characters show up here, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird talking about a game no one's ever heard of to
Yeah.
someone.
Who's never heard of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a really fun series. These are my kind of games. Like, I love them. I cannot stress that. It's like, I have 4 types of games I really love in this world: strategy games, puzzle games, fighting games, and Metroidvanias.
That's good. The Metroidvanias, I will say, make some
Here's
of the
the
better
secret.
Let's Plays, you know? Everything else is like... I hate it, but they don't make good Let's Plays typically, depending on the game.
That's true.
Like,
Some better than
I love
others.
XCOM.
I would actually argue Hollow Knight would make a bad Let's Play series just because of
Really?
how difficult the game is.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you'd be stuck in areas forever.
I was stuck in the beginning of this game forever, but that's because I kept getting teleported to the bottom of the ship. The Switch version, by the way, of this game, very broken. I feel like that's worth mentioning.
Very broken in a good way or bad way? Like glitchy, laggy way?
That and, like, I get soft locked out of the game.
Oh. That's always fun.
Yep. By the way, New Game Plus is not common in a lot of these Castlevania-esque games, and it's a huge treat when we get them, so I love playing it.
Yeah.
It just makes me play the game over and over again on harder difficulties, because it gives you a chance on easier difficulties to get stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you might notice that I'm getting huge money drops from these torches, right? Like 100, 500.
Yeah, and you're like level 60 as far as experience points go,
Yeah,
right?
that's because there's an ability called Augment Gold that I've spent hours grinding for
Oh,
in
yeah?
the early game, in my last playthrough,
Yes.
to get it, so I can get like these 2,000 gold drops. So basically, we're going to be able to show you guys pretty much the full extent of all the equipment and everything you can get in this game.
Awesome.
The fighting game inputs will do stuff like that. For those who aren't familiar with that kind of specific lingo, that means like your
Oh,
quarter
yeah.
circle forward type nonsense.
I never understood all that. Granted, I didn't grow up with fighting games.
It's like Street Fighter commands. Like, you fire a Hadouken, you do
Yeah.
the same thing to do that slash attack.
Cool.
And I love that.
I understand the lingo. I just don't understand how to perform it. I guess I always had trouble.
Real quick, this is how big the map is in the
Wow.
game. I still haven't even completed it.
2.10%.
Oh yeah, that's the new progression amount. Like the dark blue counts towards progression.
Yeah. Dang.
I also get rare items because my luck is super high now.
I don't know why this whole area and this whole level design.
It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, it reminds me of Subspace Emissary. Weirdly enough, like just.
I don't remember very many tentacles in Subspace Emissary.
Well, I think it's more about the thing of like enemy. I got tons. Enemies that are like
I was checking the time.
Oh, yes. Well, the way the levels are, the way the areas are set up, because I know it's going for a Castlevania-esque kind of style, but with how
Well, the
small
Subspace
the rooms
Emissary
are.
kind of copied Castlevania.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just I didn't grow up with Castlevania, so when I see something like this, I think Subspace Emissary. I think like that adventure.
Well, you
mode.
should think of Metroid because that's really the closer
I
comparison.
didn't grow up with Metroid either.
Really?
Yeah, no.
That's sad. Metroid is really good.
I've always wanted to play Super Metroid or whatever the remake of the first one was.
That would be Metroid Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance.
That's what I want to play.
It's very good. Also
'Cause
really
I-
hard to find. Good luck. It's kind of a rare game, and that sucks because it's so good.
Because I was playing Metroid, the original one, on the NES games that the Switch has, and of course I was kicking my butt because there's no map. There's
It's
no.
so hard.
I don't have the time that I did as a kid to grind and figure out where things are.
Oh, hello, boss lady.
Hello, final boss lady. I'll kick your butt later in the game.
Well, not the final boss. Like the first boss of the game, and I can't tell you how long I spent trying to beat that boss the first time, just because the game kept glitching me out of bounds.
Oh dang.
So-
That is terrifying.
Yes, glitching out of bounds in a well, it's an indie game, so I guess fair enough.
I meant the giant rat with the spinal cord sticking
Oh,
out.
yeah,
But
no.
yeah, I mean,
This-
glitching out of bounds too.
This whole Eldritch Abomination stuff, that's supposed to be scary. Oh wait, I'm using light.
I will say, recently I've been watching Harry Potter, and I've been enjoying it. William, was saying that like he didn't enjoy it as much when he saw it. Did you watch all the movies, or just some of them, or like?
So my experience with Harry Potter is limited to the movies,
Yeah,
and
I
I
didn't
just
read the
I
books.
couldn't get into them the same way I could with others.
gotcha. Well, point is that one of the things that one of the movies has, spoiler alert, I'm not even going to tell you which movie, so it's not technically spoiler alert.
Does it have a prisoner from Escobar?
Stop it! It's Azkaban, you uncultured swine! But, like-
No, you see, my spoiler cover for you has been blown.
Oh no, I ruined it. But like, there's this giant spider, and it's like the spider seems friendly, but all its children come out, and the giant spider is like, the size of like 2 cement trucks, so it's a big boy. But he doesn't chase after them. He doesn't leave the cave. The problem is his sons and daughters are spiders that are about the size of horses, right? And there's a scene where they're riding off. Oh,
That's
so he's evil now.
That's Gable.
Gable.
Gable. Gerbil.
Gerbil. That's gerbil. It's something to Wonder Hamster. What was the name of the Wonder Hamster? The Weird Al song? Anyway. There was okay. So I went to. Alright, baby. Back to what I was saying.
I'm
The
gonna
point
skip
is,
this.
there's an entire stampede of horse-sized spiders that chase Harry, and it was the most terrifying thing I'd ever seen. Not because it even looked good, or because it was a scary moment in the movie, but just because the idea of like hundreds of horse-sized spiders moving as fast as they were because they had all those legs, it terrified me.
Mufasa got nothing on this.
Yeah. Oh, shoot! What the hell? What am I looking at?
Oh, this is the first boss of the game.
What is this game rated?
T.
Ah, cool.
So, 4, yeah, there we go.
Ah, yes.
Waffle Stomp.
You're dead. Wow, she's dead. Cool.
I told you, the New Game Plus, I'm just gonna Waffle Stomp through.
You weren't lying. Ah, I see.
I should probably redo my equipment, too.
It was the gerbil, I know. Weird Al went to see a concert recently. It was awesome. There was this moment where Weird Al was like, now this is a song we've never done at any of our concerts, and it's because we've never had, I always said that I wanted a 49-piece orchestra behind me if we ever did this song. Well, now we have a 50-piece orchestra behind us, so we're gonna do the song for you guys. And we all like screaming. I'm like, what is the song? Like, what could it possibly be? And then it's
Oh my goodness.
Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
Copyright, 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 copyright.
It is a 30-second song about a hamster, and then it just ended, and it was beautiful.
Demonetized.
And I didn't want money anyway. Next time on Bro Bits.
Next time, more bosses.
More actual serious stomping. Like, Dead Space has nothing on this.
Really?
Well...
Bro Bits.